a 2 out question mark because I don't know if this is gonna crash anymore. Now how it's saying, hang on. Okay. Huh. The game's just congratulating me for actually setting the clock. Okay. I don't really want to restart the game again because I don't want to restart the stream again.
New content you.
Alright, let's try this again. Let's not go for the phone ending again. Or whatever that ending is called.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Thank God. Trophy called Welcome Back. And also a trophy called Get Your First Trophy.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door.
Actually enter to the left.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Actually, real quick, I just want to check something. Actually, I don't know where the trophies are. I'm just really hoping that there isn't the fucking 4 years in the broom closet trophy in this.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal.
Can't even see. Am I still moving? Definitely still moving. Like, look at the right there. Something's moving. Yeah.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Well, that was one ending, I think. Unless there's more to that one. I'm pretty sure that's all there is there, though.
All of
What
his
about the
co-workers were
ending?
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet? Well, I don't know how to say this politely.
How are
but
you
could
reading my
literally just
thoughts? I was
restart the
about to
game
suggest
any
that.
old time you want, like right now.
I don't know, man.
You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
I don't remember how long this goes on for. Oh my god. I just got a trophy called You Can't Jump. Oh. I keep on trying to jump. Just waiting for something to happen. know there's something else that happens here. When does it happen, though? I forget when it does. Alright, it is enticing to just wait here for the ending to happen, but I think I'm just gonna start over, because that's taking way too long. Maybe we can dedicate a whole stream just to waiting for that to work.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
You can either read my thoughts or I can control yours.
Wow, are you thinking of the computer ending?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What the fuck?
All of his co-workers
This
were
wasn't
gone.
what I was trying to get.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
No, I need to be in the original office. There's just like a knocking sound on my right earphone. Not again. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Maybe I have to go to the office
Stanley
computer.
decided to go to the when Stanley
Whiteboard
came to a set
moment.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Yeah, I forgot about the whiteboard ending.
Yet there
really
was
remember
not a
how that
single
works.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's not here. Yes.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started.
What?
And if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Oh my god. Is there even anything special that happens here? I forgot. I forgot. Don't the buttons like unpress themselves after a bit? I'm gonna... No? Oh wait, no, they are unpressing themselves. Okay, yeah, I don't think you can actually fully press them all unless you have like lightning fast fingers. Next ending.
Close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end.
Or
He
pizza.
will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
How about...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Trick a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Isn't that like... over in this hallway?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 43.
Where's it? Or 37? I feel like it would be over here. Oh, yeah.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
Just cut off.
Now, back to door number 437.
Why is it cutting off so much?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
437.
Wait. Which desk was it? Oh god, I don't remember which desk it was. Was it this one? These are the only ones I know that you can climb on. Oh, maybe.
Yes! This is
Alright, there we go.
great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up.
419.
Give me a few clicks on door 416.
416 is over here, right?
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again! Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 43. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Goddamn, this TTS delayed as hell.
Yeah. I don't know what to do next. Let's see.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's go up to the boss's office, I guess.
Yet there was not a single person
Do
there.
88888.
Feeling a wave of disbelief. He might
I don't
find
know
an
what
answer
that
there.
means. Although I do know some of the
Stanley walked
endings,
upstairs
it's
to his boss's office.
mostly just the most memorable ones.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
Spam made on the
unraveled,
password
Stanley
thing.
wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
Like, give me a trophy, I
guarded
guess.
the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
What's up? 2, 8, 4, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I pressed the up button.
Did the boss's office always get dark when unlocking?
I don't know. Might be a thing in the new one.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
Isn't this the one where we get crushed to
It had
death?
never occurred to him. This question would not go
Like it is.
unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the
Oh
large door
no, it's
that
the
read
mind
Mind
control
Control
facility.
Facility.
No, over there is what Henry he got crushed to death. I remember now. What's that say? Oh no. I'm sure that he says something.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Random
screens.
numbers.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Only on the first one I didn't read the others.
The lives of so many individuals. One of them eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
That's 600 employees. Can I just nope out of here?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Which employee are we again? I don't even remember. They're like 273 or something.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened,
away.
Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
You know what? I want to do that ending where you get to play Minecraft.
He realized none of this mattered to him.
Oh man, how do you do that one?
Not knowledge
I
or
don't remember.
even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
It was something about making the narrator mad, I think.
Alright. Take a phone call. No.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
I guess
meeting room. Perhaps he had
the
simply
best
missed
way
the
to
memo.
make him angry is to just disobey the orders.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha! Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels...
I wonder if there is a way to fall into the pit.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Maybe.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
I wonder if that's actually working
Now,
there more.
would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of the new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Bernard never even tried to press the button.
Yeah, I know. I was just doing it a few times.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
There we go.
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Yes, that's it.
Aha! Fascinating.
Wait.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our
This
backstory?
isn't.
What is our motivation?
Oh, this is different.
But it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians.
It used to
below
be
you from
Portal.
up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that
This
must
kind
be.
of reminds me
What
of
a
that one
fascinating
horror
venture into
game where you have
experience
to
of
get
total mental
hey,
depravity.
survivor
So
through a
far, I love
park with the
everything
goat
about this
man.
game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more.
Oh, is this
Come, let's
Firewatch?
venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oh my god, it has the Minecraft door sound though.
Oh, no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness. Stanley.
Jonesy
Close
Lake.
call.
Jonesy
Wandered off
from
into that
Fortnite.
thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
What's it gonna be now? Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Gonna
Stanley,
score.
if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally
The narrator
impressed.
proceeded to launch Batu.
Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Hold on. What are you doing?
I didn't think there would actually be anything secret there.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you
Wait,
write a
what?
story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh my god, bro. Oh. I'm falling again. No, I don't like this. This is kind of scaring me. Last time I saw somebody do this, there was no jump scares. I'm gonna count on this to not add a jump scare.
Wait,
in the
no
new version.
Minecraft.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't know why they didn't add Minecraft. Stupid. Oh.
I wonder what he found.
Oh.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it.
SpongeBob.
Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up in the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
But the end is never. As the loading screen says. So I don't trust you.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room to check on his co-workers. He never functioned well by himself and constantly needed support and guidance from others, so the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him. When Stanley came to a set of
I really
two open doors,
wanna
he entered the door on his left.
go back to the game ending to see what happens if you score the ball.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Alright, let's go back there again.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get
Wait,
back
is
to
it
business,
already confusion
Stanley took
ending?
the first open door on his left.
Maybe?
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
I don't
it's
know.
incredible he wasn't
We can
5
see
years
if
ago.
it turns into confusion ending after we try the
Look,
game
Stanley,
section
I
again.
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story
Can I
I'd
get
written out
off here?
specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more
Let's
choices?
give it a 5
Feel
this time.
free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of the new game I've been working on.
Normal
And
door.
Now would be a lovely opportunity to get...
Well, I'm going back to the game section to see if anything different can happen.
I was too late to say rip.
In this game, the baby crawls
Oh,
left
right back.
towards danger. You click the buttons and move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game
Unlock the
only
dog
becomes
button.
clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Unlock the dog button. Okay. How long does it take to unlock the dog button?
Or whatever the second is in the game.
Yeah, it is the dog button from what I remember. Doesn't that take like half an hour to unlock?
Actually, you'll check. Never mind, it takes you a really long time.
Okay.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Maybe it's different every time.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
No.
Trying to type without swearing is so hard because TTS doesn't say anything if the message has swear words.
Oh.
High in your creature, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of
I'll
total
try to
mental
change that, but
depravity.
I don't really
So
know
far,
how.
I love everything
I think
about
it
this
just
game,
like
Stanley.
puts it up
And
for
it seems there's even
moderation.
more.
And I
Come,
have to
let's
check
venture
it
outward and see what else is out
to
there.
actually let it go through. To like jump off somehow. I'm gonna try that. Can like climb up on these.
Try to not swear for 5 messages. Impossible.
Crazy hard challenge.
Oh no. No, it can't be.
Quickly. Get there before. Or
It is.
gets the
It's an open world game.
things.
Good God, quickly block it off.
No! Oh, we were so close.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You really wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or
Let's
wrong
just
directions.
wait,
no
I
path
guess.
to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
I cannot accept the fact you can outrun the walls.
I think this...
Maybe there is a way. Alright. Now let's just
See,
wait.
this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get
And try
lost
to
in it.
actually
Now, this
score the ball.
is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Oh.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Okay, I can't
There are
fall
lots
for
of
this.
cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yeah, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
We can push it. Whoa. Going super
Are you
fast.
doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out.
I thought it was going to crush Stanley.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a
Well,
child in a
scoring here.
confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Oh my god.
enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope
Yes.
you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
No.
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like
The
me to set
430
boundaries
door,
for you.
but different.
Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure.
Do we have to, like,
I'm your
score
sense of
multiple
purpose.
times?
And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
No. Well, I guess we have to jump into the pit now. Let's jump into the blue pit now. Maybe something different will happen. I'm sure there's something that will happen.
Try
if
to
you
go
wait.
outside.
Try to go outside. There's definitely a lot of walls here. I'm not sure if we can. Don't see any openings. Maybe right here? Can't get up there though. Come on. No.
Nope.
Alright, yeah, let's just go in here. Meow.
Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you run?
Here we are again. Is there anything different we can do here?
There's no floor outside, so I think it isn't intended.
Yeah. There isn't much in this game that isn't intended.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Where TF are you?
Yes, I'll be back. There's no other
I don't
way.
know.
Once this ends, after it all comes to a
In
close,
the wood, I guess.
I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
I can't see anything at max brightness.
I can wait.
I think it's just a black screen right now. Alright, so now, do we need to
All his co-workers
go
were
for the
gone.
normal
What
route
could it
or
mean?
take the
Stanley decided to
game
go to the
route
meeting room.
until we
Perhaps he
can
had simply missed a
go
memo.
through the red or blue door?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's wait here. Can I just close the door?
Go through the red door.
Alright.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I don't know. This one. Huh.
What do we want?
Oh.
What are we looking for?
Wow, non-use ID and thingy.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel
How hard did I butcher that word?
I don't know. Because I don't even know what word you were trying to say.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what... No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room? There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving. Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this. No, what do you do? Do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for... My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it?
Why is there a random suicide stare in the building?
Am I reading
I
the
don't know.
situation correctly?
360.
Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Gotta plug my controller in. I am back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, now we have to go on the
When
door to our
Stanley came
left,
to a
right?
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I will wait again.
Wrong door.
Yeah, okay. Well, I get wrong door, but which door do we have to go through? Right or left? I'm assuming you mean right by wrong door, right?
Then take the elevator in the hall to the right path.
He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time.
Alright.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Over here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
This should
He
start
wanted
the
to wander
confusion
about
ending.
and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go from here it's left. Oh no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Let's see, we went down right, left, down, left, right, Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed
Wait,
to be
what?
here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Right, left, down, left, right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
So,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait.
ow.
What? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Right. Left. Down. One.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Controller disconnected again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yeah, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Can't close it again. What about this way?
Aha!
Huh.
I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Bruh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Can't wait for the line to be on the ceiling.
Oh, good for you, it is on the ceiling.
There it is.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Got 3, 4 leaves sticking out. 5 big leaves. No, there's 4 big leaves. There's like 1 smaller leaf.
Screenshotted LOL.
Alright, bro, let's screenshot this. Dot.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line,
I have no idea if it's actually used.
We trusted you. After everything we've been through,
I don't know. Maybe the new thing adds a use for it.
Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction? Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
Mic trick. Babe. What?
Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
No.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it. And we should be fine.
Oh. It broke off.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's
Sick.
what this is? It's all one giant... times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
What the fuck? What's that noise?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content? Ooh.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Nothing over there. Like, I saw the new content door in Ryan, 8-Bit Ryan's thumbnail for this.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
Damn, I thought it was released in like 2015.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh.
There we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
What?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
No way. The trophy was a lie. We can jump.
You.
Rest in peace, jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new
Nope.
content. There has to be something else.
Another elevator.
Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else.
The elevator is about to be infinite.
For whatever it is.
Watch there be a trophy for staying in an infinite elevator for 4 years.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore."
No way. Hold on. I'm checking the trophies. It really exists. There is a trophy called Test Trophy, please ignore. Oh, and there's a trophy for not playing the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Is that like actually... Oh, no, please don't tell me. There's a trophy called Commitment for playing Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes 22 seconds, now including load times. Set all the sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Oh my god. Why?
What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I don't know, man. Nah, that just continues the original game, I think. Oh.
Not play Stanley Parable for 10 years. Is that just pressing no at the beginning?
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
remember
that
how
sucks,
cheap and
'cause I-
unsatisfying the new Ultra
wait.
Deluxe.
Well, I did press no at the beginning because I haven't actually played it before and I didn't
content
get the
turned out to
trophy.
be, but it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just
Let me check. Does anybody have the trophy? Huh. That's weird.
our little secret. Take a look.
What the heck?
I call it the memory zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences
The devs are
like the
insane.
launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Yeah.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back
It
in October of
detects what
2013, when the game
console you're
originally
playing it
launched?
on.
Back then, video games
yeah.
had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Come on, play Halo demonstration, bro. Are these like actual rewards the game got? Can't read that. This place honestly is kind of beautiful. Please
And
don't
over
use
here
copyright
is where I
music.
keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
The reviews rhyme.
It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
More stuff over here. So that's supposed to be Stanley. Guess this is a screenshot of them making the game. There's the two doors. Stanley Parable, the board game, collector's edition.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable.
So I'll check the percentage earned on the other trophies. How is Settings World Champion in 19.4% of players that set all players to all the available numbers? Speedrun. That's 10.4%. Commitment is 0.6%. Wait. Yeah. Doesn't it come out on Tuesday? Test trophy please ignore is 19.1%. I don't even know how you get that.
Stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Let me in the serious room. Where do I go now? Nope.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
So is this it? Have we found everything to find here? Oh, there's a staircase.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's
Oh,
this?
boy.
What's down here? Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a
I wonder if Buglivia is
I
an
suppose I could
actual
write up
user
a
on
handful of
Steam.
gags to insert into the Stanley
I wonder what they're
Parable,
thinking
but
right
the game
now.
is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Bro, this kind of looks like the thing from SCP-3008. That plank. They made wood from video games. Real.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Good goodness.
Here's a good
This is
review.
actually quite shocking for
It's
me.
being blurred out
I
though.
always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it would, but maybe it wasn't. But dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to.
These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say?
Cookie
You
9.
constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today,
Ugh.
and it's always been my motto.
Spam the button.
For the customer standard.
Which
Yes,
button?
a skip button we shall have.
Button.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Oh, well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a faultless display of self-obsession... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Is he gone? I think he died. It's kind of ominous. What the heck? Does that come from over here? Oh.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant
What?
to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pity.
How many times can you press this? Is the world just gonna end if we press it too much?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Bro is Sheldon from Bugsnax. This is so creepy.
You can press it not enough times.
Oh my god. This place is breaking down. I can see the light. Just wait for the building to fully collapse. Great, it's overgrown. And it's done again. don't like this.
Okay, the narrator is dead.
God, this background noise is creepy. Oh my god. Can I press it again? Come on. Come on. Unpress. Man, alright, I guess let's explore this. Oh my god. Where are we? Like a nuclear wasteland. Is that water? Nope. It's just a little bit lighter sand. What's that stuff in the distance?
Rank, sneaky escapist.
Oh my god, we can't. Center spin. Oh, it. It's loading again. We're back here. Is anything different?
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? I thought time from now on.
Oh, yeah. Best be careful. Oh, there's a glowy sign pointing towards it this time. Let's go in again, I guess.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
The introduction isn't here now.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice, let's go.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Is that supposed to be Stanley? Red is the new orange.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then
Yep.
please
The Jim
step
Gamer.
forward and press the button.
Hey guys, it's the Gym Gamer here to play some Stanley Parable 2.
Jim.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, you see? What a thrill! That was you! The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim,
Whoa
Jim,
there, cowboy.
Jim,
Sometimes a person
Jim,
can be
Jim,
too much
Jim.
Jim. I'm putting
Jim,
the Jim button
Jim,
away. Otherwise, soon
Jim,
you'll start to lose
Jim,
all sense
Jim,
of who you actually
Jim,
are.
Jim, Jim.
Darn.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
The button do be no clipping go.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and
The button
paradoxical.
just switched to the back
that it
rooms.
engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem of the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they?
All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Uh,
Steal the bucket.
taking this with me.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Free new plus easy trophy. Is this how we get test trophy? Please ignore. Give me my trophy. Pull the lever, receive your new trophy. No more steps. Where's the lever?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I want the test trophy. I guess I can wait.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
If you flip the lever, you go to the back rooms.
Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Ominous. And then we collect it.
Wow, Goat Simulator reference.
I didn't even know that was a Goat Simulator reference. Can I go back in? No.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Infinite hole. Where is K? Hold on, so yeah, from here we go over here.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
I want to see if there's something down
I
here.
don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
It's not infinite, is it?
It depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective,
I bet
the
something's gonna
infinite
happen.
is merely philosophical in
Uh-oh.
nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I
Meeting
think
at
the issue
2
here is
p.m.
just that you're unusually
Wait.
fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite?
What if you
Does that
set
work
your
for you?
time to
Then
2
go ahead and
p.m.
press the teleport
at
button
the beginning of
walk
the game
up
and go to
top
the
of
meeting
hole
room?
and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole. I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me on the path.
Oh.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I
Again.
really do have so much more. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Jumped down the hole too many times.
I'm extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Oh, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with
I
holes,
can't back
but at
out.
this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the,
Because this is the
teleport button not
surface.
working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It would still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of the day.
Oh boy. Am I really just stuck here?
Use the bucket.
I'm trying to use the bucket. I'm pressing every... Oh, what the? It's going back down again.
I don't know if it's possible, but try.
Oh boy. Crazy. This has got change your perception.
Comedy in 2022.
Change your reality. What the fuck? Among Us? Bro, who put the jigger name tag on himself? Bro.
This is just memes.
Oh god.
Stanley?
Hawaii emoji.
Stanley!
Ah,
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
no.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole.
Wait a
I'm
no.
looking forward to all of them.
What?
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-poo.
Oh, I thought it said wait. I know. Oh, not wait. No.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Okay, so here's merch. Ah, wow. I want to go into the no screenshots room and take a screenshot.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. And happy 12th birthday.
Okay, I
Which would
just
you
took
go
it.
with?
I took a screenshot, but nothing happened.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Bruh.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on. Come now. You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
No. Still doesn't work. But now there's this turned on. Was that always turned on? Where's the hashtag? It's over here.
Epilogue.
Apple. Go. Does that door open up?
Wait a second.
What?
Three, 4, 4.
3, 4, 4. Do we have to set our time to
On the chair poster.
on the chair poster? Maybe we have to set the time? Okay, settings maybe? No, not that. Quit to many maybe? Can I set the time? Oh, come on. I don't know, because I have two options here. Either I set the time to 2 p.m. or 4:33. I don't even know if it's 4:33 a.m. or p.m. Alright, well, here's the deal. I'll set the I'll set the time to 2 p.m. and I'll start the stream again.